Hello, it's me, Ben Pavlo from the selfhelpcompany.com, and I'd like to welcome you to today's episode. I would like to thank you for tuning in, and I would like to also welcome new listeners from around the world. We've had people tuning in from all corners of the United States. We've had New York and Chicago, California, Utah, Florida, North Carolina, Georgia, but on top of that, we've also had some international listeners, which I really want to welcome and thank for tuning in. We've had folks in France, Russia, and Australia. So thank you very much. I really hope this information's been helpful and you're continuing to subscribe and listen to all these new episodes I've been putting out. Today, I am excited to share with you some of the foundational reasons why I began the journey of writing this book. Because as a young person, if you've heard my story, then bear with me on this, because there may be some people who don't know me very well. But I grew up in a broken home. I was raised by a single mother. My father was never around. He left when I was 3. I didn't really have any relationship with him at all. Then he unfortunately passed away when I was 10, before I really ever knew him or anything like that. So I was raised by a single mother. And then my mother also passed away when I was young. She passed away when I was 16. And ultimately, I had to learn how to raise myself. And although I've lived with some cousins and friends and things like that, no one ever really taught me the fundamentals of learning how to take care of yourself. And that's what this episode is going to be about. It's from chapter 12 of my new book, Self-Help for At-Risk Teens. And it's like I said, the foundation for why I wrote the book to begin with, because I understand that there are some people out there who are in the same situation as me, where they don't really have a lot of people at home supporting them. They may not have anybody really teaching them how to survive on their own. And right now you may be living with somebody, but it may only be temporary. And they may be doing everything for you and rolling out the red carpet and cooking for you and doing your own laundry, but that's not always going to be the case. And when the day comes that you have to live on your own, these are some of the essential skills that you're going to need. And that's what I'm going to cover today. So we've already talked about your physical well-being and your health and stuff. So I'm not really going to talk about that here. This is more of taking care of yourself in the ways that you need to be like an adult. Right now, you're a young adult. And in order to become a successful and thriving independent person, you're going to need to know how to do everything on your own. Let's just assume that even right now you may live with a parent or a family member, but you don't ever know what is going to happen. So you need to be prepared for the worst. You need to be prepared to take care of a parent if they get sick or ill or hurt and they can't do it for themselves. And this is why it's important for, I believe, everybody to have these skills as a young person, because not only are they going to serve you in the future, but they could be serving you right now. And becoming independent means that you need to start taking personal responsibility for everything in your life. This includes setting an alarm clock and waking yourself up in the morning. It means cooking yourself breakfast. It means everything from getting yourself to school without being told, to cleaning up after yourself and feeding yourself and everything in between without being asked by somebody to do it or told by somebody to do it. Because if you want to be treated like an adult, this is adult stuff. This is nobody's going to be there when you're 25 years old. There's not going to be anybody who's going to be waking you up in the morning to say, you have to go to work today. You have to go make money. You have to pay your bills. It's just not happening. It's not going to happen. Don't expect it to happen. And if you know these things now and prepare yourself, you're going to be a lot happier moving forward, because you're going to look better, you're going to feel better, you're going to be more responsible. These are all things that empower you and make you feel good and make you feel confident to know that you can do this on your own if you need to now and when you need to in the future. So personal hygiene is something that everybody needs to take care of. Nobody should have to tell you you need to take a shower. Nobody should be telling you you have to put on deodorant. You have to comb your hair. Nobody should be telling you that you need to wash your clothes and that your clothes stink and that your clothes are all wrinkled up. No one should have to tell you these things. If you're 13 years old or older, this is now something you should be doing for yourself. Yes, it's nice to have someone do your laundry every once in a while and someone cook dinner and things, but it shouldn't be like it has to be for someone else to do it. You should know how to do it in the event that you need to, but you should be starting to do it on your own now. Because if you want to feel like you're mature, you have to actually be mature. And taking care of yourself is the first thing. So shower daily, get yourself up in the morning, do everything you need to do your homework on your own. Don't have somebody telling you to do it, because that's when you start having this adversity where somebody's telling you, get in the shower, you need a shower, do your homework. And then you're like, stop telling me what to do. You don't want people telling you what to do, then do it on your own and do it without being told. And this is the foundation. Doing your own laundry, keeping your room clean, these are essential. When you walk into your bedroom, if you see stuff on the floor, pick it up. If you have dirty clothes, you take dirty clothes off, put them in a hamper. When your hamper gets full, you do your laundry. Ask somebody to teach you how to use the laundry machine. You should know how to wash your clothes, dry your clothes. You should know which clothes go on which cycle. If you have to read the tag in the back, it'll tell you, if it's a certain kind of thing, it doesn't go in the dryer. You should know that colors get washed in cold water so the colors don't run. There's a lot of things that are pretty basic, but you just have to know them. You just have to be told at least one time, and then you can expect that you'll know how to do it in the future. So keeping your area clean, not just your personal space, but the whole house. If you make something to eat in the kitchen, you should clean up your mess. Put your dirty dishes in the sink. Wash your dirty dishes. And of course, you need to learn how to cook. You can't live on bowls of cereal forever. So if you don't know how to cook right now, this is an essential skill for living on your own and taking care of yourself. You need to learn how to use the appliances in the kitchen. So this includes the stove where you cook on the top. It also includes the oven on the inside where you bake things. It includes like every little appliance like blenders and toasters and all that other stuff, because these are all the tools you need to be able to cook yourself healthy meals. Not just the microwave. The microwave's good for once in a while when you need something heated up or something quick, but that should not be the only thing you know how to use in the kitchen. So learn how to use a stove, be able to cook yourself eggs on a frying pan, bacon. You should be able to at least do hot dogs, spaghetti, which is easy. You put boiling water, put the spaghetti in, set a timer. You can get cookbooks. You can watch YouTube videos. You can learn the basics if you just apply yourself. Take initiative. You should want to know these things. The other thing is, after you're done cooking, aside from putting your plate in the sink, there's always a mess to be cleaned up. You have countertops that need to be cleaned, dishes that need to be washed. You also might even have splash stuff on the floor. You should know how to clean the floors. You should know how to sweep, mop, use a vacuum cleaner. If you don't know how to do these things, don't be embarrassed about it. Just ask somebody to teach you how to do it. This is as simple as that. And if you don't have someone that you ask, look it up. Read a book, watch a video, take initiative. These are things that are foundational things that are going to help you throughout your life live a happier, healthier, cleaner life. You don't want to be embarrassed when you invite someone in your house and it's a total pigsty. Now, not being told is the key here. You want to be a young adult, responsible, independent person. Don't make somebody tell you to do these things. Take initiative, learn how to do them on your own, and then, in case you ever live with someone like a roommate as you grow older, and maybe you live with say you're in college and you have a roommate in a dorm, or right now, if you're a young person who is forced to live amongst other people, maybe you're in a shared space right now, whether it be with a group home or siblings or someone else's friend's family. If you're living with people, it's crucial that you know how to take care of yourself and clean up after yourself and be tidy and be clean, because when you're sharing a space with someone else and a lot of people are mixed in one area, you don't want to have smells, foul odors, trash. And if you have like food wrappers in your bed, you could get bugs. You don't want these kind of things. So practice basic hygiene, practice basic cleanliness around your space, clean up yourself. Like I said, learn all the things that you need to do to take care of something as if it was your own. So imagine you have your own house. It's your dream house, but you can't afford a maid. You have to take care of it yourself. What would you do and how would you treat it? Everything is on you. What would you do? Could you take care of it? Well, here's the things that you need to know to do it. It's all what I just mentioned. It's washing the windows. It's wiping out the refrigerator. It's keeping the stove clean. It's everything. It's knowing how to cut the grass. It's making sure you take the trash out when it gets full. Everything in between. It's what it's going to take for you to live on your own, have your own spot, and nobody can tell you nothing. But if you don't take care of it, it won't last long. So I really hope this was helpful, because you don't want to learn it the hard way. As I mentioned at the beginning of the video, growing up, I didn't have a lot of these skills. My mom took care of cooking the food and doing the laundry. But when she was at work and I had to feed myself, I didn't know what to do. I kept it simple. I ordered pizza, I cooked food in the microwave, stuff like that. But then when she got sick and she was in the hospital and I had to live on my own, my brother, we ordered pizza. We had trash everywhere. We had pizza boxes. We didn't know what we were doing. We never cleaned nothing. We didn't do laundry. Our house was disgusting. And when I got incarcerated and I was in the juvenile program, right before they were going to release me, the last stage of the program was to live in a group home. So I lived in a group home in Erie, Pennsylvania for 1 month, and that situation was a bunch of people just like me, kids, juvenile delinquents, with a couple staff members living in a house. We had to learn all these things I just mentioned. We had to go to a laundromat and do our laundry. We had to learn how to cook. We had to clean the house. We had to do all these things in order to be released from the program. They didn't want to send us back out into the world without none of these basic skills. And if you take this stuff seriously and do it now, you won't be forced to do it later. So don't get yourself in a situation where you have to be forced to learn these things. Prepare yourself now, and life will be a lot smoother along the way. It'll save you a lot of hassle, a lot of aggravation. So I hope this was helpful. Next episode is going to be chapter 13, and it's going to cover hobbies and ways to spend your time. This is going to give you some ideas on productive ways that you can use the time you have right now to prepare yourself, to educate yourself, to find hobbies that'll not only excite you, but pay you, and everything in between. So don't forget to tune into that, subscribe to this podcast, subscribe to these videos, and don't forget to rate them, review them, comment, like, send me a message. Let me know if this has been helpful. I really appreciate you being here with me today. Thank you very much, and you have yourself a great day.